The Vienna Energy Forum, VEF, is a joint initiative of the Austrian government, the International Institute for Applied Systems Analysis, IIASA, and the United Nations Industrial Development Organization, UNIDO. Since 2009, it has brought together thinkers and practitioners to discuss concrete solutions to sustainable development challenges and pave the way for tangible energy-related partnerships. The special session of the VEF 2018 was organized by UNIDO in partnership with the United Nations Development of Economic and Social Affairs, UNDESA, and in collaboration with IIASA, the Austrian Development Agency, the Austrian Federal Ministry for Europe, Integration and Foreign Affairs, and Sustainable Energy for All. It opened with a high-level plenary session moderated by Nisha Pillai.
The topics that will be under discussion here today lie at the heart of the broader need to transform and shape both the energy markets as well as economic development pathways towards a sustainable, inclusive future.
Having discussed different topics over the years, we will today once more focus on Sustainable Development Goals 7 itself and the assurance of access to affordable, reliable, sustainable and modern energy for all. On what has been accomplished and especially on what still needs to be done over the next 12 years in order to reach the goal by 2030.
Unless there is a dramatic switch from current practices, greenhouse gas emissions from industry will increase by 50 to 150% by 2050. We urgently need to transform our energy systems by integrating renewable energy sources into the industrial sector. A plenary session on energy system transformation, opportunities and challenges for developing and emerging economies, explored three emerging trends in the energy sector: decarbonization, digitization, and decentralization. It also examined how energy systems create new industries that shape and influence inclusive and sustainable industrial development.
We need to move quickly, both in the developing countries and the industrial nations, to move off of a second industrial revolution based on centralized telecommunication and fossil fuel energy and internal combustion transport based on those energies. We have no choice. The bottom line is this will create a democratization of energy. Everyone's going to be able to produce their own energy. And it's already happening in rural India, sub-Saharan Africa. They're putting solar panels on the roofs. They're wiring up their villages for a couple $1,000s. This is power to the people. Literally and figuratively, it's a revolution that's going to change the way we govern. It means that local regions and local communities around the world are going to be able to have more of their own power through their cell phones, their smart technology, their renewable energy, and we're going to be able to do this in the next 3-4 decades.
The advent of new climate technologies and the urgent need to move towards a low-carbon development path is driving the growth of new green industrial sectors, creating new jobs and new opportunities. Climate and clean energy technology, as well as innovation, were the focus of the second plenary session, during which the importance of fostering homegrown clean tech industries in developing countries was discussed. Participants reflected upon different ways of empowering and catalyzing entrepreneurial ecosystems for climate innovation in developing countries, and ways of simplifying what is often seen as a complex process.
At the United Nations, we need to help countries in developing programs and plans that allow them to put together all these pieces of the puzzle. On the one side, to make a very careful and specific analysis of what their needs are, what the conditions locally are, so in order to be able to identify what are the best technologies that can be suited, and then also identify what could be the vehicles, the financial vehicles that could be used in order to fulfill their needs.
Partnerships between governments, the private sector, and civil society, and regional cooperation are vital to support the integration and application of clean technologies. In recent years, a number of networks and partnerships have emerged that promote and support the proliferation of renewable energy and energy-efficient technologies in developing countries, including the Climate Technology Center and Network and the Global Network of Regional Sustainable Energy Centers. A high-level plenary on delivering prosperity through partnerships, North-South and South-South technology cooperation, explored technology cooperation mechanisms on renewable energy and energy efficiency and related policies that foster the strengthening of clean energy value chains and international cooperation to support developing countries.
I'm convinced, and some scientific research really shows that more gender balance, a more equal system, both in industry but also in policy decision making, would help to advance this energy transition more rapidly. The Global Women's Network for the Energy Transition has partnered with UNIDO in order to really promote women in the energy sector.
The special session of the VEF 2018 also held a side event at the Austrian World Summit, with 2 panels presenting the key outcomes of the first day of discussions and debating the role of technology innovation and entrepreneurship for empowering women and youth. This year was a special session of the VEF, with a vast array of participants meeting to debate key issues and opportunities surrounding sustainable energy for development, whilst also reflecting on how to strengthen and advance Sustainable Development Goal SDG 7 and its nexus with other development goals. SDG 7 on affordable and clean energy will be reviewed in depth during the High-Level Political Forum 2018 in July. The outcomes of the discussions at VEF 2018 are expected to feed into this high-level review. Working in partnership to support climate and clean energy technology and innovation and transform energy systems will be key to pushing the energy development agenda forward.